Aves. Example: pigeon and domestic fowl. Classification: Kingdom Animalia. Phylum Chordata. Class Aves. Scientific name: Columba livia and Gallus gallus. Common name: pigeon and domestic fowl. Habitat: most birds are terrestrial, some are aquatic. External characteristics: the body is covered with feathers, which act as an insulator and repels water. They have 2 pairs of limbs. The forelimbs are modified to form wings, and the hind limbs are adapted for hopping, walking, and sometimes swimming. The head bears a tough and pointed beak with no teeth. Each foot usually ends with 4 toes equipped with claws. They show sexual dimorphism, that is, 2 birds of opposite sex can easily be distinguished by size, color, etc. Fertilization is internal, and they reproduce by laying eggs, that is, oviparous. The eggs are usually incubated, and parental care is shown to the young. External features: the body of the domestic fowl or pigeon is divided into 3 regions: the head, the trunk, and the tail. The head is made up of 2 nostrils and a pair of eyes with eyelids. In the domestic fowl, the male usually bears a prominent comb-like structure, which is known as a comb. The head also bears the beak. The beaks of birds differ in type depending on the type of food eaten. Beak is usually used for building nests, care for its young, and also to obtain food. Birds that feed on seeds, example sparrow and weaver, have a short and thick beak. Birds that feed on insect and nectar, example the sunbird, have long, slender, and pointed beak. Flesh-eating birds have strong beaks. Example: eagle, hawk, and fowl have a curved and strong beak for killing their prey and tearing flesh. The domestic fowl is omnivorous. It uses its sharp, strong claws to scratch the surface of the soil in search of food. It eats grains, insects, worms, and vegetation. It picks out food with its beak. The food, after being swallowed, is stored in the crop, where it is softened. It is then passed to the gizzard, a part of the stomach, where food is ground up. Small stones in the gizzard grind the food. The trunk is covered with feathers, which are made up of 4 different types. Quill feathers are used for flight. Contour feathers, they cover the body, providing much of the streamlining of the body and prevent heat loss. Down feathers, they are small and are found below the contour feathers. They provide warmth to the bird. Phyloplumes, they are the smallest type of feathers and are hair-like. They provide warmth. The body of the domestic bird has a tail. On the dorsal surface of the tail is a small oil gland called copygeal gland, which provides oil for keeping the feathers glossy and waterproof. Adaptations of birds for flight: their bones are hollow and therefore have a reduction in body weight. They have a well-developed flight muscle system. These muscles are attached to the breastbone, thereby making flight very easy. They have a large heart which is made up of 4 chambers. The heart beats rapidly during flight. This helps in the transportation of food and oxygen to the flight muscles that require energy in the form of ATP. They have wings that have a very large surface area. This helps to provide a thrust, that is, an upward force required during flight. They have a streamlined body that reduces resistance to air movements. They have a well-developed sense of sight that enables them to see during flight. Adaptations of birds for feeding. They have a hard and thick beak to bite solid food. They have well-developed eyes placed on the sides of the head for good vision. Their neck is flexible. This permits them to see around without turning the body. They have claws used to grip and kill prey. They have gizzards that help in the proper grinding of solid food in order to produce energy readily used for flight. Economic importance of birds. They serve as a good source of protein. They help in pollination. They are used in biological research. They help in fruit and seed dispersal. Waste products of birds serve as manure. The feathers are used for decoration. They destroy plants using their legs and beaks. Some birds produce sound which indicate time. Example, cock crow. Their feathers are used for painting. Birds destroy crops like plantains, palm trees, etc. by using their leaves to construct their nests. Some birds steal and eat planted seedlings. They are harmful by preying on other smaller useful birds of man. Example, hawks and kites eat chicks. Some birds are trained for good guards or pets. Example, parrots. They are used in biological control of pests. Example, hawks eat rats and some birds eat mosquitoes. Similarities between birds and reptiles. Birds are often referred to as flying reptiles. Why? So here we are required to list the similarities between birds and reptiles. Both are colored. Both lay eggs with shells. Their digits end in claws. Both carry out molting. Both have scaly feet. Both have bony head. What are the differences between birds and reptiles? Birds are warm-blooded, that is, homoiothermic, while reptiles are cold-blooded, that is, poikilothermic. Birds have feathers covering the body. Feathers are absent in reptiles, but have scales covering the body. Birds have wings. Wings are absent in reptiles. Birds have 2 walking legs. Reptiles have 4 walking legs. Birds have legs which end with 4 digits. Reptiles have legs which end with 5 digits. Birds exhibit parental care for the young. Reptiles lack parental care. Birds lack teeth. Reptiles have teeth. Birds may build nests where eggs are laid, and they incubate the eggs. Reptiles lay eggs in the soil or sand and cover, but allow them to hatch themselves.